Welcome to Vegetarianism, the noble way of living. We're back to decorate our moist, fruity, tasty orange vegan cake. We'll show you how to make a light vegan whipped cream frosting. Stay with us. We're going to save you a slice of yummy orange vegan cake.
Wow, the kitchen smells wonderful. I think the cakes might be ready.
I think so too. Let's put our cups of coffee and tea away and we get the cakes out.
Okay.
I'm going to put these plates down so the hot pans don't burn the table.
Here's the first one. It looks wonderful, nice and hot.
Smells really good. I love that golden brown color of the cake.
It looks perfect.
When I bake this cake, it takes about 30 to 35 minutes. It looks done. If you want to test it, you use like a toothpick or any kind of wooden stick, and you just kind of poke in the middle. And when it comes out clean, and you know it's done. Another way to find out it's not done is the batter kind of stick onto the stick, and you just kind of have to make it a little longer. Or are we letting the cakes to cool so maybe we can get the frosting ready? Well, Alan, this particular cake can be served with a sweet, creamy vegan buttercream icing or a light whipped cream frosting. So today we are gonna make the vegan whipped frosting.
Sounds delicious.
Well, the ingredients for the frosting is 1 can of rich whipped topping, and this is a vegan formula. And this is a whipped cream stabilizer, and this is the orange flavor. You can purchase the orange extract in the store, but if you want to be original, then you grate the zest of the orange again and squeeze the liquid out of the peel itself. And this is what it looks like.
Well, Jane, what is a whipped cream stabilizer?
Well, Alan, it is an ingredient that helps stiffen the whipped cream, and it prevented the whipped cream from becoming watery at room temperature.
I see. Well, let's make some frosting.
Okay. So this is the non-dairy whipping cream. So we just pour the whole can into here, and this is the package of Whipped. It's the whipped cream stabilizer. I'm just going to use the whole package. So we're going to mix it. Again, you're going to start slow, and then at the end you're just going to turn it fast. So it's going to take about 3 to 4 minutes.
Okay.
So I'm going to turn it on, so it's going to be a little noisy. So when you mix whipped cream or any kind of whipped topping, you always mix it first with the stabilizer.
I see.
If you put any flavor or a lot of flavor, sugar or anything like that, you're thinning it, and it will not form a foamy whipping cream for you. So this has been whipped for about 4 to 5 minutes, and this is what it looks like. Very light, and it has a nice sweet orange fragrance to it. And the next step, we're gonna frost the cake.
Sounds good.
Well, we're gonna bring out the 2 cakes that we baked earlier. So I already inverted the cake onto a plate.
Okay.
This is 1 layer, and then the other layers right here. So I always use like any kind of flat surface you have, or even a plate. So you're gonna invert it. Okay, and this is to transition the cake on top of the other layer. And cake decoration is a lot of fun. So, you know, you may wanna practice. The cake doesn't have to be perfect. You know, the process itself is fun, and later on you get a delicious cake to eat.
That's the reward.
I like to have a turntable because it's easier to decorate, and so you don't have to kind of walk around the cake. So
Makes sense.
So the first layer, we already have it on the plate there, and you're just gonna put whipped cream, the frosting on top, spread it out. It doesn't have to be any particular thickness. You just put it on however thick you like it.
Personally, the thicker the better for me.
I know, you have a sweet tooth, don't you? I love like light frosting. I like the flavor, the lightness of it. It's not so overwhelming and it doesn't take over the cake, you know. Sometime in the winter, I love the buttercream icing too. It is a very rich icing, but it's kind of nice to have something that really sweet once in a while. So that's the thickness I usually use for this cake, and I'm going to smooth it out a little bit. So this is an icing blade. You can get it at any cake decorating store. And again, like I said, it doesn't have to be perfect. So this is the wax paper that we lined the pan earlier. So now you see why I use a plastic circle or a surface, because I want to slide it onto the frosting of my first layer. So here it is. Voila! That's nice and even. I think this is like one of my favorite part of making a cake. You know, it's kind of creative, and I kind of like to play with it.
And it's relaxing too.
It is. And you know, at the end when you put the decoration on top, it's almost like playing, you know. You can put fruits, you can put flowers, you can decorate it any way you want, and it looks really pretty.
So you put plenty on the top surface and then even it out on the sides. Is that how you like to do it?
Correct. Yeah. I usually start on the top and work my way around the sides. You're right.
This is where the turntable really comes in handy.
Exactly. When I first didn't have the turntable, I had to walk around the cake. After a while, it can be a little tiring.
Mm-hmm.
Presentation is so important. In foods, you know, if I go to a restaurant, if it's decorated nicely, I want to eat the food, you know. So I think when we serve something, we want to make it nice and pretty.
Well, I found that when food looks beautiful, it actually tastes better as well.
Even though this is a white frosting, at the end we're going to put some like fruit, anything that's colorful. I find that it's very appetizing, especially like bright colors, you know. Well, this is a partially decorated cake. I had a lot of fun making it. So as you see here, the frosting is on top. I made little flowers around the rims. And you know, like I said, I like adding colors to my cake. So I chose mandarin. But you know, you can use any kind of fruits. And you know, last time I put strawberry, sometimes kiwi. So I'm going to put it on here.
I'm starting to get quite hungry.
I know, it looks really good. It makes me want to eat it too. Well, Alan, I know that you've been waiting for this moment, so are you ready?
I'm more than ready.
Okay, I'm going to cut you a slice, okay?
It looks beautiful.
It's nice and soft and moist. So this is the cake. You can see the layers inside there and the frosting. So you get to taste. As I promised, you get a slice of cake.
Okay.
You be the judge.
Okay.
What do you think?
Wonderful. Moist, but not too sweet. I love it.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining us today.
We hope we just inspire you to bake a cake for someone, maybe a friend, a family member, or even a neighbor. Until next time.
Enjoy!
For more details, please visit www.suprememastertv.com/VEG.